True Faith, New Order here on Stereo Underground, and I am delighted to welcome a very special guest to the programme because he's badgered me over the years for all manner of weird and wonderful requests, particularly Oingo Boingo is the first one that springs to mind. So he is responsible. This man is responsible for me playing Oingo Boingo several times over the years here on Stereo Underground. It's Dan Palmer from the Dirt in the Gate gang. Hi there, Dan.
Hey, Rich, there's more to Oingo Boingo than Dead Man's Party. That's just all I wanted to say.
That's all right. Ghostbusters 2 is a great soundtrack, isn't it? We could wax lyrical about that all day.
Well, the Elton John one's a bit questionable, but, you know.
Yeah, but Elton John, though, on a Ghostbusters film, who'd have thought it?
Not
anyway,
in the
movie. you are here for a very special reason because you guys do this brilliant festival down here on the beautiful sunny south coast in Bournemouth called Grindfest, and it is all celebrating not just brilliant movies, but a brilliant way of viewing movies that has kind of been forgotten to a lot of people, but when you go and see it and you appreciate it for what you're doing, you kind of realise the romance that there is to this. What am I talking about? How would you describe what you do?
Yeah, well, we're Dirt in the Gate, and we're like a gang of movie lovers, but when I say movies, I mean movies as in film on film. And in this day and age where cinemas are kind of like struggling, we find that like we're flourishing because we provide something you can't recreate at home, because unless you have a 35mm projector in reels and reels of film, you can't create that nostalgic feel of what it's like to watch a real film on film. And that's what we provide at this beautiful cinema in Christchurch called the Regent Centre, which is this Art Deco cinema. And so when you walk in there, if you're like us and you've got one toe in Gen X, one toe in Millennial, and you've still got memories of seeing Ghostbusters 2 or Batman at the Odeon or whatever, then when you come to the Regent and you watch the kind of the 70s and 80s retro movies that we show on film, you kind of, you know, recreate those childhood vibes.
Yeah, the Regent Theatre as well is absolutely beautiful in Christchurch. I've done a couple of events there. I'm involved in a show with Fred Dinage about the craze, and we've played there. I also did the screening of One Foot in the Algarve, that cinematic classic.
Yes, exactly.
From comedy history, which we had remastered because it was all shot on film. And it's a beautiful, beautiful venue. And when you get it packed out and you get that buzz, that real atmosphere that comes with it, which makes it a shared experience of watching films, because I do like going to the cinema, and I am the first person who will complain if there are noisy eaters or kids or them making noises. In fact, the other day when we went to watch, what was it? It was the awful new Jurassic Park film, which my son wanted to see at one of the multiplexes. There were children behind me making stupid noises and distracting everyone during the film, and I was that parent that turned around and said, if you don't shut up, we're going to get you thrown out.
Yeah, sorry about that. I should have quieted down. But
spent the rest of the time worrying I was going to get punched in the back of the head. But so I am that type of person, but I am also the type of person that when you go to the cinema and it's empty and you're the only people in there, it is devoid of any atmosphere at all. I want it somewhere in the middle. Yeah. And that's what you get with a festival like this, is because you're sharing it with like-minded enthusiasts that really enjoy the beauty of seeing something projected off of 35mm film. That really adds to it, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, that's and it's not just the movies as well, you know, it's the whole event. We show trailers, we show old vintage commercials that you'd see back in the day at the cinema, and it's the community spirit as well. And like you say, the venue itself just sort of adds to the kind of the atmosphere. But the fact that we have like this 3-day event where, you know, we have movies from the 70s, 80s and 90s, and we have ninja movies, horror movies, sci-fi, comedy. We have a 3D movie, so there's something for everyone, you know, within the kind of genre realm. But it's all on film, all on celluloid, and the film. It's not like we just go into our cupboard and pull out whatever movie we want. We have to seek these out over the year. So, like, we've sourced prints from New York, Spain, Arizona, Holland, all over the globe, and it takes, you know, after one festival's finished, we start again for the next one, and in between that, we have our own individual solo screenings, which we have every month, you know. So it is a full-time thing, but it's an experience. Like I say, it's an experience you can't recreate at home, unlike sort of, you know, sort of digital screening.
Yeah, very much so, and I can hear the enthusiasm in your voice for it. It is fun, isn't it? And it's exciting. You must be so pleased when you manage to secure prints of particular films you want. So tell us the specific ones that you've got in Grindfest this year.
Well, we've got about a dozen movies, and we've kind of picked some kind of fan favourites. We've picked some kind of like undiscovered gems. To celebrate Debbie Harry's 80th birthday, we've got Videodrome, David Cronenberg's classic 80s kind of body horror. So if you want to see Debbie Harry in a bra on the big screen, that's the movie for you. We've got The Howling, Joe Dante's classic.
Wow.
Werewolf movie, Dreamscape, which is this weird psychedelic sci-fi with Dennis Quaid, Extra, which I think you're like, loads of actors from Doctor Who in that one. A really messed up British sci-fi, very, very strange movie. Quiet Earth, this Ozploitation dystopian movie from Down Under. Brain Scan, a forgotten 90s slasher movie, which was a failed attempt to kind of like create a new Freddy Krueger. We have a mystery movie on the Saturday where you don't know what movie was showing until the curtains go up. We have that every year. Last year we were with the UK premiere of Kevin Smith's new movie. On the Sunday we got Adventures of Ford Fairlane, which is a weird mid-90s comedy starring Andrew Dice Clay. Parasite 3D, in 3D, Demi Moore's first movie. We've got New York Ninja, which has got a very, very interesting history. It's from the very cool cult Blu-ray company called Vinegar Syndrome, who do some really amazing boutique Blu-rays. They discovered cans and cans of film of this movie that was shot in the 80s and abandoned, never assembled, never put together. No sound, no audio, and then they couldn't locate the crew or the cast because it's like 30, 40 years old. So they assembled this movie, second-guessed the story, redubbed worked out what the story was, assembled this movie, dubbed the actors with contemporary cult movie actors like Linnea Quigley, the Scream Queen, and Michael Berryman and Cynthia Rothrock. Then they got the synth rock Detroit band Voyager 3 to do the score, then released it. So we've got this movie that was shot in the 80s, then abandoned, then edited and scored 5 minutes ago. So it's this very strange fusion of like a 3-decade-long kind of creation.
That's a brilliant lineup. We played True Faith from New Order earlier because that's on the soundtrack of one of those films.
That's from American Psycho, yeah, which was showing on the Saturday.
You've got a question, haven't you, based on American Psycho, because we can give away exclusively here on Stereo Underground. Is it a pair of tickets to Grindfest? What is it?
It's a pair of tickets for the Saturday. So you've got American Psycho, you've got The Quiet Earth, you've got Brain Scan, our mystery movie, and the short film showcase where we show short films from all around the world, and lots of the directors come. And lots of the movies, by the way, have introductions from experts and filmmakers, and we have video introductions from the stars and directors involved. But yeah, so you can win a pair of tickets for that Saturday and come down to Christchurch and have a great time at the Regent. So we're showing American Psycho on the Saturday. In American Psycho, Christian Bale as Patrick Bateman says that he has been a big fan of this band ever since the release of their 1980 album Duke. Name the band.
Name the band. Might not necessarily be an artist that we play here on Stereo Underground. It's fringe edge territory, but
maybe early stuff.
Yeah, early stuff, definitely. Yeah, before other band members kind of got into the mix, and maybe in some
a band member that Patrick Bateman mentions in the movie.
Yes. Exactly. I know the scene you're talking about. Who are we talking about? What's the answer to that? If you got the answer, drop me an email, latto@stereounderground.co.uk. I will take all of the answers in the correct answers, put them into the I'm going to print them off first of all, and I actually have a friend who owns the original tombola used on Going Live back in the 1980s.
Whoa, no way.
I know.
It's been touched by Emma Forbes.
It has, yes, and Philip Schofield and all the the people that are on.
Shall I tell you what I think about Five Star?
Please don't. No, not that. Not that. No. So we'll do that, and I'll pull out a winner closer to the time. But yeah, get your answers in now. latto@stereounderground.co.uk. Dan, thank you so much for supplying those tickets and that brilliant question, and for joining us for a chat here on Stereo Underground. You're always welcome. Let's have another track with an artist in it who is featured within Grindfest, although her music or these particular tracks aren't. Who are we talking about?
Boingo Boingo. No. We're talking about Debbie Harry, star of Videodrome. Like I say, we're showing Videodrome for her 80th birthday, so I think it's only fair that we play one of her bangers.
Of course it is. This is Union City Blue from Debbie Harry and Blondie here on Stereo Underground.